Welcome to the Center for Jewish History, the preeminent library and archive of the Jewish people, dedicated to exploring Jewish life and letters and the Jewish contributions to civilization. My name is Jason Guberman. I'm the executive director of the American Sephardi Federation. It's my pleasure to be here this morning to welcome you with our partners, Kulanu, to an exciting conference. The ASF, for 50 years, has achieved representation with results. We give platforms to scholars, we have publications, we have large cultural events, scholarly programming, and a beautiful library and archive here at the Center for Jewish History. This event began with a conference that we held pre-COVID called Jewish Africa, and it brought together representatives, community leaders, rabbis, scholars from throughout the continent, together with Kulanu and our partner, the Mimuna Association, a group of young Moroccan Muslims who preserve and promote Jewish history and culture in Morocco. And we will hopefully be joined later today by the president and founder of Mimuna, El Mehdi Boudra. The conference was a first in many different ways in bringing together people from throughout the continent, along with diplomats from Israel, from Egypt, from Morocco, from the Gulf, from countries that did not have, weren't officially talking to each other at the time. But we recognized that Africa would be a focus in the years ahead. And Kulanu was generous enough to sponsor an African Jewish film festival that coincided with our event. In June, we had the second edition of the Jewish Africa Conference, which brought together over 50 representatives from 22 countries in Rabat. And we signed a statement called the Rabat Declaration, which calls for access, preservation, and awareness of Jewish heritage throughout Africa. And it was signed by 6 countries that have the oldest or today the most significant Jewish communities in Africa, including Morocco, Cape Verde, Ethiopia, Egypt, Tunisia, and South Africa. I would be remiss if not to recognize someone who couldn't be here today, but who's in our thoughts and prayers, which is Harriet.
Yeah, she passed away
Yes,
in
well,
September.
past
Harriet Bograd was president for 20 years and executive director. And yeah, she's really sorely missed in this whole process. She's glowing proud here. Yeah.
Thank you. And I also want to recognize Dr. Drora Arusi, who's head of our Institute of Jewish Experience, which is dedicated to exploring the beauty, depth, diversity, and vitality of the Jewish world. So this conference fits in perfectly with the programming that Drora does every day online, and hopefully increasingly more in person. With that, I'll hand it over to Bonnie.